Seeking an escape from the rush of daily life, I found myself suddenly in San Marino, a tiny, mountainous microstate on a glorious day with a limited itinerary. Or, more accurately, San Marino found me. I grew up in a big city, the kind where even silence makes a sound. Every moment would be a buzz with movement, and I sought this rhythm, missed it, when I moved to the quieter, more thoughtful cobblestones of Oxford. Yet, for the first time, after finishing a term filled with the usual bustle of activity, the summer stretched ahead, seemingly infinite, and the usual prospect of rushing around in a city that encouraged it didn't seem as attractive. I began to travel through Europe, wondering at the art I encountered, pausing to admire the breathtaking architecture, moving past the sunlit structures in Florence, hiking up the hilly landscape of Belgrade, and then, abruptly, I made it to San Marino, and in the city, 739 meters above sea level, where the main attraction is people watching, and hiking up its three towers, I slowed down. Today I thought I'd take you with me.
There are four gate entrances to San Marino, but the one we just came in from was the Gate of San Francesco, built in 1361, then completely rebuilt in 1451, then restored again in 1581. This gate leads straight to the start of the historical city center, which is mostly full of tourist shops, unfortunately, but there are a few local independent stores with artisanal crafts. The center is small, mostly residential buildings, a few museums, and a steep uphill climb to the first tower, Guaita. Guaita has been around since the 12th century, and it's the first of San Marino's three fortresses, which had helped protect the ancient republic from invasion since its foundation back in 301 AD. In case of danger, there would be a guardian who would ring the bell in the tower. This was outlined in the 17th century statutes of the republic. This is still the same bell that announces the sessions of the San Marino parliament to the people of San Marino, population estimated 34,000 people. As we enjoy the views and then pause for a lunch break and to watch Antonio Giuffrida, local artist, paint, I thought I would read you the same poem I read on top of the tower. It's a poem by Leah Knowles titled San Marino, Miracle Microstate. San Marino, you have looked to good fortune, to towers and defenses, and to your senses, for self-preservation for so long now. In your situation, last of Italian small city-states, in fact a nation, conserved throughout the ages by papal decree or imperial command. Supported by your stone walls and cobbled alleyways, beneath the fortress towers of Gaeta, I too would gaze down from Monte Titano's craggy, airy heights like a night beacon, floodlit, shining out across the glittering Adriatic. A constant light of democracy has shone from your walls, despite the vicissitudes of war, empire, and lustful gain, ever since the stone mason chiseled out your Christian sanctuary, created a refuge from the forces of Diocletian, then, throughout the centuries, becoming a respected, protected enclave. Then, as now you continue, to turn your medieval pages before admiring crowds. Each blazing lamp and cobbled street, leading to each studded door, is like a miracle of illumination, guiding us into the past. San Marino, dependent on a peaceful, understanding neighbor, so small in area but giant of heart, capable of mustering your own team when playing home or away on the international stage, so in this turbulent, uncertain, overconfident world, a blessing on the Sammarinese, on San Marino's walls and towers, modest star and minor miracle shining in the political firmament. Having walked the Witch's Path, you end up at Sesta, the second tower, standing on the highest peak of Mount Titano, 756 meters above sea level. This is the tower housing a garrison of crossbowmen to defend the nation. Now, it also houses a military museum. The final tower you can't enter but can observe is Montale, an isolated guard tower whose strategic importance ceased with the destruction of the municipality of Florentino in 1479. Sammarinese literature is often overlooked, but a poet I'm keen to explore is Milena Ercanali. She read a poem titled A Woman is a Woman at the London Parnassus Festival in 2012, which I would recommend you check out. I also, in preparation for this trip, read another Sammarinese writer's short story called He, I Say He, or A Flash of Black Light, which is a fun and thought-provoking short piece if you're a Zorro fan. In general, when preparing for any trip, I make sure to look at literature and poetry from the region and about the region. I feel like it helps me immerse myself in the atmosphere, but more importantly, the cultural component. Unrushed, walking the three towers, pausing to read these words, I felt like all my problems and troubles faded into insignificance compared with this towering and ancient place. To survive as long as it has, to stay so strong, the epitome of this too shall pass, puts into perspective just how limited our time in this world is. What you're worrying about so much now, you likely won't even remember in 10 years' time. In this place of so much natural beauty, such easygoing people, and these breathtaking views, for this brief day trip, you can truly slow down and reflect. And this time to sit and think about yourself, your journey, and where you're going is just as valuable as being on that journey.